Hello YouTube land, welcome to our channel. We're glad you're stopping by, and as always we want Lydia to say a few words as she practices her speech.
Thank you for your watching our video. If you like what you see and want my recovery for hemorrhagic stroke, please us a thumbs up, subscribe, and ring a bell for notification.
Thank you. She's doing awesome, and every time she does that she gets better. So we're excited. As many of you know, May is Stroke Awareness Month, and we're going to go through some things to help understand how to recognize if somebody is having a stroke. The American Heart Association has come up with an acronym to help those, or help us determine if somebody's having a stroke, and it is F.A.S.T, F-A.S.T. And acting fast can help stroke patients get the treatments that they desperately need in a timely manner. And so the F in FAST stands for face, and if the face is drooping on one side, if you ask somebody to smile and only one side goes up when they smile, and Lydia had this, and we'll show a picture after her stroke, which will show what it looked like when she smiled, and it was still a pretty smile, but there was you can tell that she had some deficit on her right hand side. So if the face droops, that's a sign of a stroke. The A in FAST stands for arm, and if you ask somebody to raise their arm, and if one is lower than that, or if they can't get it up altogether, that's also a sign of a stroke. Speech, the S in FAST stands for speech, and if you ask somebody to repeat something and they can't say it back, or it's slurred, that is also a sign of the stroke. And T stands for time, and that is this has now become an emergency, and it's time to call 911. Now in Lydia's case, when we came upon Lydia, she was sitting, when I came in and found Lydia, she was sitting on the couch and she couldn't move. She was disorientated, and so I was going through these things, and I didn't know about FAST at the time, F-A-S-T. I didn't know about that, but I did know the signs of a stroke, where a person would have a difficult time lifting the arm, lifting or moving a side of her body, or speaking. And so I went through the questions. And this was with Catherine saying something's wrong with mom. And so I came into the room and I started asking Lydia these questions, and she was unresponsive when I asked what's wrong. She couldn't repeat what's wrong. And I could tell that her speech was slurred, because one, she had a difficult time speaking. I asked her to raise her arm, and she couldn't raise her arm. And she was droopy on the right hand side, to where she couldn't swallow properly, and there was a little bit of drool coming out. And it wasn't because we asked her to drink some water because we thought she may have been dehydrated or something. But once we went through all those things, face, arm, speech, I knew that Lydia had suffered from a stroke. And we, with the help of my son-in-law, we took Lydia just down the street to the hospital, where they did a CT scan, and they confirmed that she had a hemorrhagic stroke. So this is part of our story. It is important that everybody knows the symptoms of a stroke. A stroke is unforgiving. It doesn't care how old you are anymore. It doesn't care if you're rich or poor. It doesn't care if you have a family or not. A stroke could take anybody, could affect anybody, and so it's important to know these signs of what a stroke is. And we're going to, one more time, the acronym is FAST, F-A.S.T. And they said, because we need to act fast. But F stands for face. If it's drooping one side when you smile, and you have one side that doesn't smile like normal, that's a sign of a stroke. The A stands for arms. If you try to lift your arms or have an arm, if you ask to have an arm lifted and it's unresponsive, that's a sign of a stroke. And speech, if it's slurred, or they can't understand what you're saying, or they can't repeat back what you've said or what you asked them to say, that is a sign of a stroke. And T stands for time, where it's important to now call 911 because time is of the essence. So we hope that this video finds everybody well. Having a stroke isn't easy, and we hope, nobody deserves it. There isn't any time that a person deserves to have this affliction. And if you do suffer from a stroke, or if you're recovering from a stroke, you're not alone. There are people out there that have gone through the same exact things that you have. Some are more severe than others, and there are times where loved ones that suffer from a stroke are no longer with us. And our hearts go out to those family members that have lost a loved one due to a stroke. And our heart goes to those who are caring for a loved one that has suffered from a stroke, and those that are suffering from a stroke. Because it's not easy. Life changes in an instant. And we just have to really support each other in our own recoveries. And so we hope that you enjoyed this video. We're here for those that need help. Share your story in the comments below. Tell us when you had your stroke, if you had your stroke, or when your loved one had a stroke. Tell us your story, how you're doing, what you're doing to recover, what works and what doesn't work in your recovery, so that we can help other people in their recoveries as well. And that's the whole point of this video, this channel, is to be able to help others, to encourage others to continue and fight. So if you want to follow Lydia in her recovery, give us a thumbs up on this video and subscribe so that we can get the word out to others about stroke and stroke recovery and help those that need help. We appreciate you watching. We hope this video finds you healthy and safe. Thank you.